Begin the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning, everyone. Welcome to the March 7th meeting of the Board of County Commissioners. My name is Shelley Bueller, and I have the honor of serving as chair. Good morning, Commissioner Archer. And
Good
morning, Commissioner Cook.
Good morning. Good morning, Madam Chair.
First item, please.
First item is item 3, consent agenda.
There are questions on the consent agenda.
I would move approval of the consent agenda as presented.
Thank you. There's a motion by Commissioner Cook
Second.
and a second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor of the motion say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
Item 4, new business, A, County Clerk number 1, consider all voucher payments.
Madam Chair, this morning we have one voucher report dated March 4th, 2016. Total amount of vouchers is $734,602.54. Significant amounts in the vouchers are Willis, $135,000, holding accounts for $141,000, and then employee health insurance total of about $216,000. I've reviewed the vouchers. My questions have been answered, and I'll make a motion to approve the vouchers as presented.
Thank you, Commissioner Archer. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor of the motion say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
Item A2, consider correction orders.
I move approval.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor of the motion say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
Item B, Public Works Solid Waste number 1, consider approval of request to award bid to Vance Brothers, Inc. for 14,000 gallons of CR-1H road oil at a cost of $24,500.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tom Lockett, Public Works and Solid Waste. This is a Public Works item. As mentioned in the memo, we went out for bid for 14,000 gallons of CRSS 1H road oil. This type of oil is typically used when we do pothole patching. It helps bind the aggregate material into the potholes. We received 2 bids. The low bid was from Vance Brothers Incorporated for a unit price of $1.75 per gallon. This happens to be 35 cents per gallon cheaper than last year. Vance Brothers has supplied us this oil for the past several years, and they've been very reputable and timely in their delivery. So it's our recommendation that the bid be awarded to Vance Brothers in that amount of $24,500. And the funding for this purchase would come from the Public Works Road Maintenance Fund, in addition to, if needed, Monmouth or Grove Township road maintenance funds, if we use it on any of their roads. If there's any questions, I'd be happy to try to answer them.
Thank you, Tom. Are there questions?
Motion to approve. Second.
There's a motion by Commissioner Archer, second by Commissioner Cook. All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item C, Health Agency number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C59-2016, third amendment to contract C324-2013 with the Kansas Department of Health and Environment to provide outreach, prevention, and early intervention services through the Shawnee County Health Agency.
Good morning, Commissioners. Diane Creek with the Health Agency. This is the 3rd year renewal for this grant from KDHE, and it funds the Nurse Family Partnership with the Health Department and also Kansas Children's Service League Healthy Families Program. I'd be happy to entertain any questions.
Thank you, Diane. Are there questions?
I would move approval of the contract.
Thank you. There's a motion by Commissioner Cook. I'll second the motion. All in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you.
Item D, Facilities Maintenance number 1, consider approval of request to solicit bids for pest control services for county facilities.
Morning, Commissioners. Bill Kroll, Facilities Maintenance Director. This item is regarding our pest control services countywide. Presto X has had that contract for the last 2 years. That contract expires on April 1st, and we're requesting permission to solicit bids and see if we can do better.
I think we can do better.
I'll move approval of the request to
Yes.
solicit bids.
Motion by Commissioner Cook.
I'll second and agree with Madam Chair. We can do better.
There's a second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor, say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you.
And I would appreciate just any update. I mean, I know we have been receiving some complaints. We want to make sure we're responsive. Correct? Yes. So I can't stress that enough.
Okay, thank you.
Item E, Election Office. Number 1, consider approval of request to fill an Office Assistant 2 position, voter registration clerk, and any positions that may become vacant as a result of filling this position at an annual salary, including benefits, of $32,850.60.
Morning, Commissioners. Andrew Howell, Shawnee
Morning.
County Election Commissioner. We do have a voter registration clerk that is leaving the office soon for other employment opportunities, and we do need to fill that, so we request your approval on that. Any questions? I'll be happy to try to answer those.
I don't know that I have any questions. Are there questions from the commissioners? Commissioner Archer?
Just quickly, we don't have much turnover in your office, do we, Andrew? This is the first time I can remember a request for position in a while.
We had a little early on. We had a little bit early on, but yeah, we try to keep people happy as best we can.
Good, good. I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Archer.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Cook, and they get to work in that nice new building.
That's right.
Nice surroundings. All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Thank you.
Item F, Parks and Recreation. Number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C-60-2016 with the Capital City Christian Chamber of Commerce to conduct the Topeka Easter Parade and Family Fun Fest event on March 26, 2016 in Gage Park with reimbursement of $1,800 to be deposited in the Parks and Recreation Foundation account.
Good morning, Commissioners. John Knight, Parks and Recreation. What bad timing to follow Andrew up here with Commissioner Archer's comments, because this is the first meeting in a long time I haven't asked for employees. So anyway, I try to keep mine happy too, but I must not be as good at it as Andrew is. Commissioners, this is a special event contract. It's for Gage Park, and it's for this group to run an Easter parade in Gage Park. And with that, that'll be the weekend that we open our train and carousel, so it could be a really good weekend for Parks and Recreation. Sean Osborne is in the back. He's been responsible for meeting with this group and setting up the details. If you have any specific questions, we'd be glad to answer them.
Thanks, John. Are there any questions on the contract?
John, is this the third year we've done this, or? Not contract?
It's a,
Okay. All right. Thank you.
okay.
Just trying to remember the changeover, so.
Okay.
I move approval of the contract.
It's a motion by Commissioner Cook.
I'll
Commissioner
second,
Archer?
and I wanted to point out that part of the master plan was developing partnerships within the community. This is a good example of it. And the item with Quest Credit Union is another good example of it. And I'll be happy to second this motion.
Thank you. All those in favor, say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
Item F2, consider authorization and execution of contract C-61-2016 with Game Time in care of Cunningham Recreation and Green Space / Land Division for parts to replace damaged playground equipment at a cost of $705.05.
Commissioners, this is this coming to you. It's a small amount, but this is a contractual thing, and after visiting with Jonathan Brazon from the county counselor's office, he said this item needed to come to you guys.
Thank you, John. No questions on this item?
I'll move approval.
A motion, thank you. Motion by Commissioner Cook,
Second.
second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor, say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0.
Item F3, consider authorization and execution of contract C-62-2016 between Parks and Recreation, the Shawnee County Parks Plus Recreation, the Shawnee County Parks and Recreation Foundation, and Quest Credit Union, who will be donating $180,000 for future improvements for Skyline Park in the next 6 years.
Commissioners, I'd like to start by introducing Rachel Meyer, who's our partnerships coordinator. She's here in the back. She's been working very closely with members from the Quest Credit Union to put together this partnership. Those people are sitting next to them. In fact, I'd like Greg and/or Allison to come up here and maybe make a few comments if they would. Greg Winkler and Allison Shove with the Quest Credit Union. This item is a contract setting up the partnership that's going forward, but they're going to not only work with Shawnee County, they're also working with the Shawnee County Parks and Rec Foundation to bring some very needed improvements to the Skyline Park, Burnett's Mound. You all saw it yesterday in the paper. I thought that Tim Rencher wrote a very nice article about some of the things that we're going to be able to do because of this generous donation from the credit union. But we are having tomorrow morning a big ribbon cutting. That's the actual announcement of that. So procedure.
Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday.
You said
Excuse me,
tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I just wanted to catch you before you went too much further.
I got my notes right here, I just wasn't reading them. So we have the big ceremony up there on Burnett's Mound on Wednesday morning, and it ought to be, that's when the actual announcement will take place about some of the things that you're likely to see up there in a couple of years. But this is an opportunity that Shawnee County couldn't do on their own, but with the partnership of the foundation and private business like this is a perfect example. So with that, I'll turn this over to Greg Winkler and see if he has a couple items he'd like to say.
Sure.
Thank you, John, and good morning, Commissioners. I do stand here this morning on behalf of the credit union. I'm Greg Winkler, and just here to express our appreciation for the opportunity to partner with the county and to make some improvements to the park and to the Burnett's Mound area. We believe it's a beautiful part of Shawnee County, and that it's not had the opportunity to showcase that in recent years, and we look forward to that ability in the future, and that our contribution over the next 6 years is to help ensure that that happens. So we also don't want to say a whole lot because Wednesday morning is the big formal announcement with more details, and we'll partner with Mr. Knight and his staff to do that on Wednesday.
Great. Good deal. Commissioners?
I just wanted to say I can understand John's excitement and wanting to move it up a
Yeah,
day.
there you go.
I'm excited about it too, and I want to thank Quest Credit Union for doing this. It's an overlooked area that I'm glad is finally being addressed, and I'm excited about being there Wednesday morning at 1100, right? All right. And I'll make a motion to approve.
Oh, okay.
I'll second, but also noting that, it just, the master plan called for these types of partnerships and development of these partnerships. Rachel has done a great job just in the short time that she's been here as a development foundation, forming these partnerships and finding the groups. And thank you for your ability to step up and help, develop this area that's been long neglected. But also, I anticipate Rachel's going to be working with other parks and other groups to do the same for more foundations. So, thank
Great.
you.
Hold on just a second. Don't leave yet. This year is the 50th anniversary of the Topeka tornado, and of
Right.
course, Burnett's Mound is oftentimes mentioned, but hopefully this will put a good spin on the new park, and appreciate your partnership with us. So, and it was great to see the feature in the paper. The more attention we can bring, the better. So, thank you so much. There's a motion by Commissioner Archer, second by Commissioner Cook.
A good spin.
A good spin.
Madam Chair.
Oh, yeah, didn't even catch that. Sorry.
Commissioners, I might add that in the master plan, the things that the public talked the most about was access to nature and wildlife preservation, and things that keep young professionals here. In fact, our very first meeting, Allison Shove with the credit union has contacted us, and that's, I think, their desire too, is to begin to keep these young professionals here in town. With that being said, you probably will not see me up there jogging 7 or 8 miles in the morning before I come to work.
Why not?
Unless we make it really wide and I can drive my car.
All right. All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0, and thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you
John.
very much, Commissioners.
Item 5, Administrative Communications.
Do we have anyone from the audience? Sure.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jeff Shabon, General Manager, Kansas Expo Center. It's been a month and I'm still here. Very, very excited. Exciting things going. We had 46 colleges here this past weekend with the NAIA championships. 10 weight classes, a total of 320 wrestlers. It was a spectacular weekend for us, a lot of visitors, so it was really good. Excited about this week, though, and I'm going to talk about, because everything pretty much starts right now. We have the Topeka Home Show coming in, exhibit hall. We're doing a turnaround team food giveaway, 4-H horse clinic on the 9th. Of course, the basketball from the 9th through the 12th. 10th through the 12th, Hunter and Jumper Horse Show in Domer. We're also doing a spa sale this weekend. And of course, a nice wedding reception. So very, very busy, and just wanted to let everyone know, come on down if you can. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Anyone else? Dusty, do you have anything?
Good morning, Commissioners. Dusty Nichols, Emergency Management. I just wanted to say thank you to all the people all the agencies. And there's a significant list here of people who helped with the fire yesterday. Just as a kind of an idea how big it was, I'm looking at a report just now from Dirk Christian that said 3,000 acres, I think that's 4,000 acres. Approximately 30 agencies and assets to extinguish the fire. It was over county lines with Wabunsee. So it was a large fire, but a lot of people came together to help that get it worked out pretty quick. So I just wanted to say thank you publicly to all those agencies that helped out. Specifically, I do want to mention dispatch. Shawnee County Dispatch was outstanding yesterday. Everybody else did their jobs as well, but their coordination and efforts, tremendous help yesterday. So.
Great.
And did I miss anything? No. So I just wanted to make sure we got that word out there.
Very good.
Topeka Police Department has assisted with incident command trailer that was very, very helpful as well.
Great, thank you. Anyone else, Commissioners? Commissioner Archer?
Saturday, I had a great day. It was, first went to the caucuses and stood in line. It's kind of amazing that Kansans are engaged in the election, and that was a good thing. I drove up to Rossville, went over the Willard Bridge and counted 4 huge cranes. And
There's 5.
did I miss one?
I think
Well, I think I was probably focusing on hoping the bridge didn't fall in while I was on there. Maybe that was it. I counted 4. One was working very, very hard. And then finally, I went by the Midwest Health Aquatic Center, and just all the work that they're doing there, and they were working Saturday morning, and I saw the footprint of the bow tie wave pool and the leisure pool, and those are just 3 signs, I think, that our community is really moving forward, and it was a good day. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Commissioner Cook?
Likewise, I had an opportunity to participate in the caucus, and just as Commissioner Archer said, how many people are engaged? And I know that in our location, we were able to register several hundred new voters. Regardless of your party affiliation, new voters are the principle that our entire system is built on. And so I look forward to Andrew maybe at some point continuing to help work through that as we have the Elections Commissioner and letting people know how they can get registered to vote and what all the processes we need to go through so we can continue to expand upon that. But likewise, there's so much going on in Shawnee County, as Jeff talked about this weekend with the Expo Center last weekend, but also this upcoming weekend, and looking forward to the basketball championship at the Expo Center. And so, but no, good things are happening in Shawnee County.
I wanted to do a shout out to the Rossville Community Foundation. They hosted a dinner on Saturday evening, had about 115 people there. We had 19 table designers, and all the money raised goes to the Rossville Community Foundation for projects in Rossville. but I was working the day of the caucuses, but as an independent, I really don't have anywhere to go. So anyway, they did a great job. We had a great crowd. It was just a great evening to celebrate what's going on in Rossville. So it is a busy, busy week. I know we have a number of things on our schedules, early morning and late night. So I think that's all we have for administrative communications. Madam Clerk?
Item 6, executive session.
There is a need for an executive session not to exceed 20 minutes for purposes of employer-employee negotiations, and that would be a motion.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor of the motion, say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries 3-0 for 20 minutes.
From Chris, I'll bet.
No, poor John.
Trust
John
her.
gets picked on the whole time you're gone. John Knight.
I'm sure they keep these mics live and streaming.
Stephanie will do that.
All right, we back now? All right, we are back in session. No action required at this time. We are adjourned.
And,